Hi there, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network. We are going to be a news recap show that's going to be getting out some of the news that we think is most important for you all to know. I am one of the co-founders, and I'm going to be the main host and the main spokesperson for Liberty Intelligence Organization News. I understand that's quite a lengthy title, but luckily for you all, we've shortened it down to where you can call us Lion, because just like a lion being backed into a corner by a vicious hunter, we're going to roar as we are backed into a corner by some very vicious criminals. So that being said, I'd like to start out by saying our goal is to encourage our viewers to start examining evidence about our planet for themselves. I was trained as a historian. I was trained to look at information. So I've used what I learned to look at the news and information around our world and compile it into a meaningful way to understand it all. Because it's really complicated and complex, but I think if we really try and look at it, we can figure it all out. Before I really get started, I'm gonna advise viewers, if you really want to follow this information and get real up-to-date news about what's really happening on our world, I'm going to advise viewers to go to Infowars.com, to go to PrisonPlanet.com, to check out Infowars Nightly News on YouTube. You can find it. To check out the Alex Jones Show on YouTube, and to check out WorldNet Daily and the Drudge Report. I mean, these are good websites you can find information on. Believe it or not, we have this thing called the Internet that you can find out just about anything. So I encourage viewers to not just take my claims offhand, or really not to attack my claims without first of all looking at the evidence yourself, coming to your own conclusion, and I'm more than happy to have an intellectual argument or debate over some of the claims that the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network is going to be making over as long as we're around. And we might not be around too long, and you'll understand that after you follow us for a little bit. Not for any real, you'll understand. So let me get started off by starting with a quote, and I use this quote quite often to talk to people who want to close their eyes and not see the truth around them, because the truth is kind of scary, it's kind of painful, but it's important you know the truth for your own sake, not just for your own sake, but really for your family's sake, for your children's sake, for your friends' sake, for everyone's sake, for humanity's sake. We all have to be aware and awake to what is happening. And this quote is from Patrick Henry. He was one of the founding fathers. He fought in the Revolutionary War. He had great ideals into freedom and liberty, and was an awake and alert person that understood what was happening in the world around him. So this quote from Patrick Henry, March 23rd, 1775, about a year before they officially declared independence, the American colonies from England, from Britain. And this is during a time when they were facing great tyranny, with British soldiers marching around saying we can come in your house and do whatever we want because you're just colonists. But they were really British citizens, and they were being treated awfully by their own government. And so they had enough and finally said, we're declaring independence. But basically he goes on to say, start the quotes here. It is natural to man to indulge in the illusion of hope. We are apt to shut our eyes against the painful truth and listen to the song of that siren till she transforms us into beasts. Is this the part of wise men, engaged in a great and arduous struggle for liberty? Are we disposed to be of the number of those who, having eyes, see not, and having ears, hear not, the things which so nearly concern their temporal salvation? For my part, whatever anguish of spirit it may cost, I am willing to know the whole truth, to know the worst, and to provide for it. Give me liberty, or give me death. Now, basically, he said this quote because here's a little facts about the American Revolution. Only 10% of the American colonists, the people living in the colonies, actually fought in the American Revolution. 30% supported it, but didn't really actually go out and do anything to encourage it. 30% sided with England, and 30% didn't care either way. So there's just little facts for you that he was trying to awaken people to the fact that we have rights, we have human civil liberties that we need to stand up for, otherwise they'll be taken away by vicious, cruel rulers who want total control over all of us. I'm going to try and keep the videos short, so this is basically just the introductory video to the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network. You can call us L.I.O.N, and I am one of the co-founders, and if you need to call me something, you can call me the captain, because I'm not going to put my real name out there. So basically that's it for the first video. I hope you all stay tuned, and really I'm encouraging people to get active, to go through. We're going to link to some stuff at the bottom. I want you to take a look at it, and then I want you to start looking at stuff for yourself, because that's how you become informed and escape the ignorance that we've all been placed under. And it's not cool to be ignorant anymore. I mean, I've studied history, and I've looked at the 20th century, and most of the people were very ignorant. Ignorance is a very 20th century sort of thing. In case most of you haven't realized, since the year 2001, we've entered the 21st century. And being informed and being knowledgeable and being empowered with knowledge is the way to be cool, the way to be hip, the way to be trendy here in the 21st century. So I'm trying to keep you guys in fashion here. You don't want to fall back in the time. You want to stay up to date with the latest fashion and the latest knowledge. And it's not what's on TV, it's what's on this new creation, this 21st century technology we call the Internet. So stay tuned and check out Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, Infowars Nightly News, WorldNet Daily, Drudge Report. There's a bunch of other great sites. They have a bunch of links to them. Alex Jones, of course. I'm going to say this right now. He is the one who inspired me to step out and start doing this stuff. A little background on me, real quick. I've only got a couple minutes left in this short video. I basically uncovered all this stuff while trying to write a science fiction novel. I started it about 14 years ago, and basically all this stuff used to just be conspiracy theory. You know, there was no documentation to prove a lot of this stuff. And I thought it was great material for a sci-fi novel. And so I started using it and researching it and looking into it all. And, you know, what startled me in the past couple of years is a lot of stuff that used to be conspiracy theory is now being proven to be fact within government documents. And a lot of it just in the past year, just in 2012, a lot of it's really come to pass. And I've learned a lot about the world since then, and it's really frightening, but it's stuff we need to know, because the only way we can stop it is if we all stand together and say, no, we're not going to let this happen. So that's going to be the first video for you all. Again, I encourage viewers to continue tuning into us and to look at some of our playlists. I'm going to be linking to some videos there, as well as the links we provide to news articles and news feeds and stuff like that. So, and also get involved yourself. For your sake, I guess that's pretty much all I'm going to say. Again, we are the Liberty Intelligence Organization Network. I am the captain, one of the co-founders, and that's it for our first segment of the first broadcast. We're gonna consider these segments as one full broadcast. So stay safe, everyone. Stay free, stay alive, and stay informed. And we're gonna help you try and do that. So that's about it. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and stay tuned. We'll have more soon.